Hey YouTube, what is going on? It is Thursday night going into Friday morning. I tell you, the whole entire stock market's taking a beating right now, as well as the crypto market. It was once said that would crypto be impervious to like a stock market downturn? Well, we're learning that the answer is no, because just as the Dow drops, I think the last time I looked, the Dow was down 900 points. I mean, the crypto market has taken a beating as well, so it looks that the crypto market is not impervious to a huge. Today was basically it was a sell-off, yes, but I also look at it as a correction. And as I've said before in my previous videos, I always look at these opportunities to. I mean, if you have a lot of money, like say if I had thousands of dollars to invest, I'd be buying right now. Now, I know there's a lot of volatility, there's a lot of instability right now, both crypto and the stock market, but I still like to think, well, like with my Apple, I sold one of my stocks, or a few of my stocks, to pay for another Apple share. Apple's down to 120 right now. We'll get to that later, but my oil stock that I own right now, it's a little shaky, and I don't know. I mean, I still own 50 shares, which is a decent amount for a $5 stock, and I now own 5 shares of Apple, and that's about 120. I just believe with the next iPhone coming out with Apple, Apple's going to be a very good investment for a long time. I mean, about a week ago, actually Friday, or no, it was Monday, I'm sorry. Before the open of the stock market, it was at $499, and I owned 1 share. I now own 5 shares of Apple. I believe that it will go back to 400 again. It's a matter of time. As I've said before in the previous video, I mean, they're a $2 trillion company. They're the first $2 trillion company in the United States history, if I'm correct. And it kind of boggles my mind, why is Apple stock so low? Why is Apple not like a Tesla? Why is it not like Amazon? I mean, you're talking $2 trillion. I mean, that's a lot of money, guys, and I just feel like Apple just has so much more room to run, and I should be getting. I picked up a miner for about $400, and I might have about 5 or 6 GPUs on it, so and they're pretty powerful too. Now, I know this is kind of off subject, but if you could leave in the comments below, if anybody minds, I kind of have a dilemma. I've got 2 RX 588 gigabytes. Those are about 170 each. 150, 170. I've got a RX 570. I mean, I bought it just last year and it was never used. I mean, this thing is still in perfect condition. About a $150 card. And I've got, I'm going to have 4 or 5 of those. And then I've got a GTX 1070 Ti. It's a NVIDIA card. Now, I've heard that NVIDIA cards, as well as AMD cards, do not really mesh too well together. You're going to have a lot of crashes. You're going to have a lot of instability. So, my question to you is that true? Am I going to, because I had a gold coin that was worth about 400 bucks that I traded for that card because I just feel like in the long run, that card's going to be able to mine me a lot more Ethereum right now. And that gold is just going to basically, I know gold's going to keep going up, but I could easily get another gold coin. That's not a problem once I start my mining operation. But is that going to make my rig crash? If it's going to make my rig crash, I'd rather just keep all AMD cards. AMD cards are powerful too. Don't think they're not. But that GTX, I paid a pretty hefty price for it. I paid about 430 altogether for it, and a lot of this money too was money that was sent, in relief for my wife's funeral and stuff. After I got done paying expenses and everything, I wanted to invest my money wisely because I didn't have her income anymore. And I've always been kind of like of the mind I want to be self-reliant. I don't want to have to ask anybody for help unless I'm just in dire straits and need it. I like to be able to set myself up. So what I did with that money was invest in Apple. I invested in oil, and I've got my mining rig that I just invested in, so that's going to make me money too. So with all my stocks and all my oil, or my mining going on, I finally have a 6 GPU rig, and it's pretty powerful too. I mean, I've never had anything like that before. I kind of had a bootleg computer that was basically on its last, leg, and so now it won't even interface with the cards anymore. So I had no choice but to spend that money. But I think I spent my money wisely. So my suggestion to you is, if you're like me and you lost a spouse and you get a little bit of money for it, what I suggest you do is you set yourself up. You set yourself up so that way you'll have instant income, you'll have cash coming in. Like with my mining, I figure I'll be doing about 80 to 100 hashes a second, and that figures out to be about as long as the Ethereum price holds steady. I mean, we had about a $60 drop today, but I could be getting about 175 to 200 to 300 just depending on the price. And some folks are saying that when it was at about the $415 mark when I had my one full Ethereum, they're saying that it's possible still we could see highs as back like we saw in 2017 when Ethereum went up to 1400. So you figure, I thought, well, since I really can't use that GTX 1070 right now, I may sell it. But I paid about $430 for it, $430, and I'm thinking if it goes up to 1700 again, Ethereum and Bitcoin goes up to 20,000 like it was a couple of years ago, guess what the price of those GPUs are going to do, guys? They're going to keep skyrocketing. That rig that I purchased for $400 yesterday, that rig will probably be worth over 1,000 once the prices, because as the crypto prices go up, so does the gear that you use to mine it. Graphics cards, frames, motherboards, hard drives, CPUs, all those components of the computer go up because there's a huge demand for them because people want to get into the mining game too. So the guy was really nice and he was willing to work with me because I hardly know the first thing. I mean, I could put them together. I could easily construct a rig, but understanding the ins and outs and all that stuff, the technical stuff, I'm not really too good at that. So he actually was willing to ship it to me completely assembled. With the graphics card, he sent one graphics part. We agreed on 350, but I went ahead and just sent him 400. And so for that, he sent me an extra RX 580, which was really nice. So anyway, guys, enough rambling. I'm going to go ahead and get into the quotes real quick. Now, let's see. For Bitcoin, we started off at about 11,326.18. We shot up a little bit here. That would have been a good time to get out because right around here, you started to decline. You started to retrace. And you fell to 10,805.72. Kind of went back up again. 10,832. No, 10,932. I'm sorry. Then down again. Right here is where you took another huge. This is where you started to decline again. Retracement. About 10,153.27 is your low. Now, excuse me, my allergies are killing me. I apologize for that. But so from 11,000 to 10,153, I suspect we're going to have probably another couple of days of downtrend. And really, we needed this downtrend. We needed this sell-off. We needed this correction because we were getting way overbought on everything. Stocks, crypto coins, everything was getting way overbought. I mean, we have just had a kick butt last 2 or 3 months, 4 months. And what goes up must come down. And I know I've said in prior videos that, You got to build a solid base. You know, you got to build like a wave in the ocean. When a wave is cresting, if there's no foundation, once the surge is over, it collapses. And when these coins do a parabolic move, like say Ethereum for example, or while we're on Bitcoin right now, I think for the longest time your support levels were about $8,000 to $9,000 for Bitcoin. Well, all of a sudden we shot up to 12,000. I thought to myself, well, is this a sustainable kind of a? Is this surge sustainable? No, it is not, because it takes months and months and months and months of boring sideways trading. I hate it too, but it takes months of sideways trading because for the most part, it builds your foundation and it builds support. Now, every once in a while, sideways trading can also indicate a sell-off. You got to be careful with that too. But as I've said in prior videos, you don't lose your money, guys and ladies. You don't lose your money if you don't sell out. Just like back when the pandemic hit back in March, Ethereum went all the way down to $91. And now, I mean, about a week ago, it was over 440. In a couple of days, last night or a couple of days ago, it was at 480. So you went from $91 within a span of, let's see, March, April, May, June. 5 months, you went from $91 for Ethereum all the way to 480. That's pretty darn impressive. So the message here is, when you have sell-offs like this, if you need to pay bills, like me and my wife, whenever I own, a decent amount of crypto, I didn't sell my crypto because everybody else was selling. I don't do that. When everybody else is panicking, panic selling going on, if me and my wife needed to pay a bill, that's why I sold out. If I needed to give 40 or 50 bucks for gas, that is why I sold out. I don't let indicators, I don't let analysts, anybody like that tell me when I should sell. I know that's probably hard-headed and stupid, but I go with my gut instinct. And I'd sold my Ethereum. Well, actually, yeah, I sold it to my friend in Wisconsin, and he sent me five graphics cards to get my rig going. So for me, one Ethereum was definitely worth all that. So anyway, that's enough for Bitcoin. Let's move on to Ethereum. Okay, I'm hoping this is the right chart here. My charts are a little wonky tonight. I do apologize. Yeah, this is it. Okay. Okay. With Ethereum, same business. You started out about 429.93, bumped up a little bit here, 434. Then we retraced all the way down here again to about 407.23, bumped up again, ping-ponging all over the place. And this is going to be your low, actually 381. Can we go lower on Ethereum? Of course we can. I think your stop price, this is just my guess. You're taking this from a joker sitting in an office that's not an analyst, so, but my guess, I think we're going to go maybe down to about, I see room for another $10 or $15 decline, and then you're going to see another recovery. So guys, if we go down to 375, I think that's going to be your low point. It looks like it's trying to recover, because earlier it was about 387, 388, because I pretty much watched this all day. Now, 387, 388, it's trying to recover, but it's getting kind of knocked back down to 382. If it's another negative day tomorrow, which I suspect it probably will be, I'd say 375, maybe 365. But guys, please believe me. Guys and ladies, please believe me. Every time I've ever sold out, which has been 3 or 4 times now, it's always bounced back. It's always bounced back. We're going to get back to 400. And I think here's a theory of mine. There's possible talks of a vaccine coming in November. That's what I've seen on Google. So it could be setting itself up. We needed this correction because of the correction, it gives you more room to run. Like I said in the beginning, you keep going up and you keep going up and you keep going up. You get to the point where you're overbought, and you get to the point where it's like the coin says, "Hey, I can't go any higher. I need a correction. I need a price drop. You need to get the price lower, so that way people will be like, well, hey, 365, that looks like a pretty attractive price to get into." And with my Apple stock, that's why they wanted to do this. That's why they did a split on Apple. Get the price better, make it more attractive for new investors. And I don't know if it's going to be November. Nobody really knows when the vaccine's going to come out, but there will be a vaccine coming out. I can promise you that. And that's going to really be a huge rally day for the stock market and the crypto market. And I think that could help propel it back to $1,000 a coin. Now, I could be completely off base with this, but I really do believe Ethereum is still a good investment. Could it go back down to 115? Could it go back down to 91? Of course it could. But I think I have a strong feeling before it does that, we're going to see quite a rise in this. So guys, just put your seatbelts on and hold on tight. Don't sell your crypto. I mean, if you have a whole bunch, if you're a guy like me and only had one coin, definitely don't sell your crypto. But if you're somebody that has a lot and you just want to take profits, that's fine. But anyway, we needed this correction. I think Ethereum will be back again. It'll be back above 400, maybe tomorrow, maybe even the next day, maybe next week. But guys, don't sell anything. So let's move on to Litecoin. Again, please excuse my allergies. They are a real pain. It was really humid here earlier, and then it really cooled off nicely, so I think that might be what's irritating my allergies. I always like to get these charts set up for you guys beforehand. I was told that it's a lot better to do this because it takes forever for this thing to download. It's an older computer. It's my wife's old crafting computer, but it seems to be the only one that I have this studio on there, which makes my job in my life a lot easier when I do these videos. Okay, guys, let's go ahead and get this finished up here. Litecoin, I don't need any. Litecoin's pretty easy to read. Started off at about 15. See if my blind ass can see that. Excuse my language. Yeah, that looks like at about 56.48. Looks like I'm going to say that's your high, your low. We're going to kind of speed this up because I know I yammered on all night. 48.29. I still own one full Litecoin. We touched 62, 63. It looks like 63 is your resistance for Litecoin. 48, let's hope, is the low. I think maybe if there's further retracement tomorrow and the next day, and then we still got the weekend, Labor Day weekend coming up, I don't see this going below 40 bucks, guys. I really don't, because Litecoin is going to become, I think its creator, Charlie Lee, has stepped down. I need to look at that some more, but from what I heard, he stepped down, and I think that kind of generated, I've heard he's a great guy and everything, but I think a lot of people blamed him for the reason why the coin hasn't really taken off, but that could be what's behind, because, before this run-up, I've noticed the last several months since the early summer months, this coin has steadily but surely gone up. So that's the only coin I have right now is Litecoin, but I'm going to hold on to it. Even if it dropped to 25 like it did a few years ago or a year ago or whatever, I wouldn't sell out, guys, because Litecoin just has too much potential. It's at a cheap price right now. You could buy a crap ton of it. And I think it's a really good investment. So let's move on to the stock section. I'm just doing Marathon Oil and Apple because naturally those are the stocks I happen to own right now. And if we ever get those stimulus checks the government has been promising us, I plan on buying more Marathon Oil myself. Oh, wait a minute. I got to do XRP. I'm sorry. XRP. Okay. This will be a real easy, real quick. Okay, with XRP, guys, this is a coin that don't really do much. Okay, high for XRP today, 27.27291. Retracement here, 0.259. And here's your low point today, 0.24242. If I said that right, 24 cents. So from 27 to 24 cents. But this is another one of those coins that you want to hold on to. One of the big key reasons why XRP is so low, guys, it's the supply and demand. They've got millions, billions of XRP tokens available. But I think XRP, remember back in 2017, XRP was at about $3 or $4. I believe it could do it again. You got to get that FOMO, that fear of missing out going. You got to get all that going. You want to have people lined up, investors with big money, and that's what'll get that price up again. But anyway, I'm thinking about maybe picking up some XRP if it gets a little bit cheaper. I mean, I know we're in the 24-cent range now, but if it goes below 20 cents, I think 18 or 19 cents would be a good entry point. That way, you know, if there's a huge sell-off, you're not going to really lose too much, if that makes any sense. So we're done with that. Oh, shoot, let's see where. Okay, did I already get rid of the chart? Where did I put it? This computer. I'm sorry, guys, but this thing is so screwy. Okay, I've only got 2 charts left. Okay, let me see which one of these is Apple, because as you know, I am blind as a bat. Okay, we're going to just kind of see who this is. Apple, okay, here's Apple. Okay, guys, I kind of took a beating on this myself a little bit, but it's not too bad. As you know me, I don't sell out. I now own 5 Apple shares, which I'm very happy. I've never been able to afford Apple before, and I figure, well, since it's so low like this, I'm going to buy as many as I can. So, guys, we started out at Apple at about 127.79. Then we started retracing 120. See, 122. And then we're at the price now. Looks like 117 was your low. Wow, 117. But we're back to 120, 121, 120 in that neighborhood. Now, a poster on one of the message boards I watch for Apple, they said, will Apple be at $90? Could be. Could Apple be at $50? It could be. But remember, Apple's a $2 trillion company. If it were to go to $50 or even 90, it would be one of the biggest, quickest recoveries you've ever seen. Because people, investors, will see that price like a juicy ribeye steak, guys. I mean, you know, $90 Apple share. If I had $5,000, come on, I would buy nothing but Apple. I'd buy as much as I can. Because as soon as the holiday season hits, and if there's no more COVID, if they get a vaccine for it, you know, and people start buying like crazy, people start buying the new iPhone 12 coming out soon, my 5 shares are they're gonna look pretty juicy. So I'm gonna hold on to those. Apple is a great investment, always has been, always will be. It's always been one of my favorite stocks. So now let's take a look at Marathon. I've got about 51 shares of those. I actually sold. I kind of feel stupid now selling them, but whatever. I actually sold 25 shares so I could buy one more share of Apple while it was this low. I was at about 75, but now I'm at about 51. So I'm kind of taking a beating on this, but it's not too horrible. We started out at about 510. Shot up to 522, not bad. Retraced and went down to 502. 496, that's going to be your low today. Right now, Marathon Oil resides at about $4.99. I still think this is a great oil company. Just like all the other oil companies right now, they're taking a beating. Like I said, I've got about 51 shares, and one of my plans is if we do get that stimulus check, I'm going to take about $500 or $600 out of it. I'm going to buy Marathon Oil with. I'm going to buy as many Marathon Oil shares as I can because think about this for a minute. I thought I read something about them filing for Chapter 11, but I don't think that's going to happen because they've been clearing off a lot of their assets off the books. They've been selling off a lot of stuff. They're trying to get back into the, they're at least trying to get back into the gray and the black again. They don't want to be in the red. I think they're trying to pick the company up. Before this pandemic hit, this was a $14, $15 share. Now, let me do a little figuring here. $600. Let's see, $600 divided by, say, 580 by that time. That's 103 shares. That'll put me at about 150 shares. It goes back up to $15 again. Some people are saying this stock could go back to $36. I think it was high. It was as high as 41 a couple of years ago. Me being from Texas, that's where I'm from. I'm from San Antonio, Texas, and Texas is a big oil state. I mean, that's basically my heritage. So I've become a big oil fan, and I'm thinking about maybe picking up some Chevron, maybe some Exxon. I mean, they're 40 or 50 a share right now, but those are companies that could go jump to $150, $200 a share. I used to think, I had to have a million shares of a penny stock, 0001 stock. It's not the quantity, it's the quality of the company you buy. But anyway, guys, I've rambled on enough. Sorry I haven't done a video lately. It's just I'm back on nights now. I'm working 2:30 to 11, so sometimes I come in tired. I know that's not a really good excuse, but I had a little extra energy tonight, and I'm going to try to do a video for you guys tomorrow. But I'm going to try, after my wife passing and everything, there's just a lot of stuff to do and everything, but I'm getting all that stuff wrapped up, and I'm going to try and get on an everyday regular schedule like I did. I'm feeling much better now. I feel like I'm ready to start dating again. I feel like I'm ready to get out again and start having fun. So anyway, guys, this is CryptoVision 2.0, Thursday night, signing off. Peace out, guys. Thanks for watching.